Got it?
Yes. I love you carrying me over the threshold.
I'm making a habit of it now.
Yes. Just so long as we're still going to get married and we're still in love and I'm not dreaming.
I don't know. Your father approves. This might be a dream.
I think he's mellowing.
Well, let's not waste time, just in case he unmellows.
First thing on the agenda, we have to tell Bobby.
He comes home for lunch.
Oh, he's going to be so excited. This time when we turn his world upside down, at least it's going to be for a good thing. And he can go back to those playmates on the playground and tell them that his mom and dad is getting back together. Oh.
Frankie.
Frankie. Oh.
That's why I wanted to talk to Angie myself. So she doesn't have to hear this from Frankie, who heard it on the playground.
Right. Well, I know whatever you do is going to be right.
You gonna be okay?
I'm going to be fine. I'm going to wait right here.
I love you.
I love you.
Why doesn't she call? I mean, what's going on? How long can it take to check yourself out of a mental institution in which you don't belong in the first place?
Dad, maybe she misplaced the number.
Hit her. Go ahead, hit her. She didn't misplace the number. She wouldn't do that. I'm telling you, something happened. I got to... Wait, Liz. Oh, Nico, come on. No, don't give me this now, all right? I'm going over to Laurel Hill.
You've already been tossed out of Laurel Hill. If you go there now, you're going to be dead meat.
Tap, 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 darling. Please, tap, tap. Come on. Is that what you want? Do you want to make things worse for Dixie?
We've reminded you before, Mrs. Chandler, you're not allowed to make phone calls. The rest of your change, please.
I'm allowed to call my husband.
Your husband isn't home. The quarters, please.
How do you know he's not home?
He's in conference with Dr. Snow right here at Laurel Hill.
He's here? Now, still?
That's right. So you sit here quietly like a good girl and wait for him.
Yes, ma'am. Can I see you for a moment, please?
See the pretty pictures? That wasn't your husband that you were trying to reach.
I need to call Tad.
I know there's a phone that you can use for free. It's in Dr. Snow's office.
It's locked. No? What are those?
There's 20 questions. See the variegated chrysanthemums? Adam and Dr. Snow are together right now. Want to take off to see what it is they're up to?
How?
Watch. Oh, jeez. I hate to be a tattletale. Oh, okay, you're right. I'll tell. Nurse Fletcher, can I talk to you?
What is it, Mr. Ulatowski?
Well, you know, I'm no snitch, but I was talking to Dixie here, and she said that I should tell you something. You know that patient in room 204? The one that thinks she's a Roman empress?
Jane Perkins? What about her?
She's playing with matches. Don't touch the chrysanthemums.
The experimental chemical therapies I've developed are tricky, especially when commitment is voluntary, as in the case of your wife. And since Mrs. Chandler has signed her release papers, it's unlikely that she would give her consent.
What about the other option that you mentioned, involuntary commitment?
Oh, well, that's a different story.
Dixie desperately needs your help, Doctor. I think she's too distressed right now to realize how much she'd benefit from a good long stay here at Laurel Hill.
Well, that may be true, but...
Did you not tell me that if you found a patient unfit, that you could rescind the release, keep them here against their will?
Yes?
Yes, well, fine. Then you better get busy. Because for her son's sake, as well as her own, Dixie is continuing her treatment here.
Children, brought to you by Sesame Street Vitamins from Johnson & Johnson. Two names moms trust for their kids.
You're saying that as legal next of kin, you'd consent to your wife's involuntary commitment?
I am saying I want what's best for Dixie.
Mr. Ulatowski. Mrs. Chandler.
What's he doing here?
I come to visit you.
Oh, where's Nurse Fletcher? What are the two of you doing wandering around these corridors without supervision?
Nurse Fletcher had an emergency on the second floor, so I was taking my friend back to her room.
Who is this man? A patient who obviously has forgotten that we have rules that must be obeyed. Mr. Ulatowski, please follow me. Come.
Darling, what were you up to?
Nothing.
But you can't just be walking around these corridors unattended. Hospital have rules for your safety. You can't just be wandering around the halls like a lost soul. You have to do what the medical staff tells you.
Mr. Chandler, please excuse this unusual breach of security.
I'm just explaining to Dixie that she has to follow your directions. That's the only way you're going to get well, darling.
Yes, well, the nurse is coming right away.
You see how good care he takes of you? Can't thank you enough. We're very grateful for everything you've done, aren't we, Dixie? Hmm? Yeah.
There you are. Come along. Can I not go back to my room? I'd really like to go to the sun porch. There's a book there I really want to read on child psychology. Can I go back to the sun porch instead of my room, please?
Yes, I don't see why not.
I'd like to go, too. I'd like to do some painting.
Aren't you going to say goodbye to me, darling?
I already did.
Yes, Mr. Chandler. Nurse, what was that emergency on the second floor?
Mrs. Perkins. False alarm.
Oh, keep a sharp eye on both of them.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Hi.
May I come in?
Of course.
How you doing?
All right.
Frankie? You didn't tell him last night.
No. I've been waiting for the right time. Right words. I guess I've been avoiding it. What about Bobby?
We were going to tell him at lunch, which I guess means he'd tell Frankie about it when he got back to school.
Which means I better do it first.
You want me to stay?
No.
Really, I mean, I'd be glad.
No, I think it would be better if I told him alone.
There is one other thing. Nina and I are getting remarried. As soon as possible.
I see.
Look, Angie...
Don't say you're sorry. I don't want you to say you're sorry. You did... We both did what was best. I thought about it all night. And from beginning to end, we were never anything but honest with each other. And I hope you and Nina have a long, happy marriage.
You mean that? You're a remarkable woman, Angie.
No, I'm not. You know, when Jesse died, I thought that I'd lost the best part of my life forever. But you taught me to clean out my closets, to look forward instead of backward. And I learned life goes on.
I hope we can always be friends.
Friendly co-workers, yes. In a personal sense, no. A clean final break seems much simpler and easier for everyone.
I wish I hadn't let you down.
Another thing I've been thinking about is first love. We talked about it so often. The joy and wonder of committing yourself to another person for life. That unshakable confidence you have in happily ever after. And some people make it. And they go through life hand in hand with the same person forever. I would have, had Jesse lived. And now you and Nina have another chance. In other words, if the situation were reversed, if Jesse were alive instead of... I'd have let you down, too.
If there's anything I can do to help...
I'll explain everything to Frankie. And if he has any questions or wants to talk to you himself, I'll let you know.
Same with Bobby.
Goodbye, Cliff. There is nothing else to say.
Doctor's handwriting. Involuntary commitment. Putting the kid in the slammer.
It's not what you think. Snow. Dr. Snow, get in here. She's following me. Mr. Ulatowski, how many times do I have to warn you? I had to use the phone to call for help. She's here. Dr. Snow, she is stalking me without mercy. Here. What are you doing here? You don't understand. It's the lady in black. She was hiding under the table, under the art table. She bit my ankle, Doc. She was putting her love potion directly in my veins. Yes, well, this is the second time I've caught you sneaking around my office. I don't know what you're up to, but you're not getting away with this. Yes, take this man, please, to the 8th floor. 8th floor? Yes, have him sedated, please. He's extremely ill. He needs attention. Hey, get your hands off me. Bruno. Let's go, Mr. Hey, wait a minute. Help! Mr. Chandler, my apologies for this very unpleasant episode. Where were we?
You were drawing up commitment papers for my wife.
Oh, yes.
Unusual name. Where's he from?
I don't know. Out of state, Midwest somewhere, I think. These are very complicated papers, as you can see, sir.
Yes, he looks familiar. I can't quite place him.
Well, the man is delusional. This is going to take me a couple of hours. Can I reach you at home?
I want a done deal on this shortly, Doctor.
I'll try.
No, you're going to do more than try. I don't want any more surprises. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I'll hear from you shortly.
Let you go upstairs and see Adam Jr. without the boss's approval.
I am his aunt.
Yes, I know that, but with the kidnapping and with Dixie's illness, he's gotten so tight with security.
All right, when will he be back?
I'm not sure, but I'll have him give you a call, and then you can set up a time when you can come see him.
Sean, I've already tried that. I've called him, and he hasn't returned any of my phone calls.
Well, he's a very busy man.
Who will not let me near my nephew, who has sent my sister to a mental hospital where they refuse to let me see her, and they won't even let me drop off a present.
Look, I know it's tough when a loved one is not well. So why don't we go out to dinner tonight, and you can cry on my shoulder.
Oh, wait, Sean. Listen, all I want to do is see my sister's baby. I want to hold him so that when they do let me talk to her, I can tell her he's okay.
Lord, you are a stubborn woman.
Mr. Chandler, I've been trying to get in touch with you. I'm here to see my nephew.
She's a very determined lady, sir. My son is asleep, and I have 1,000 things to do. So why don't you run on home, and I'll call you tomorrow, and we'll set up a visit.
No. I am not leaving until I see my nephew.
My son sleeps like clockwork. He won't be up for at least an hour. You're not...
Well, he seems to be awake. Look, all I want is a few minutes to be with my nephew.
I don't want you to upset him.
I won't upset him.
Tell Miss Bancroft to bring my son downstairs. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
You heard him.
Good morning. Hi. I'm just returning this book on national parks.
Great. I need to ask you to do me a favor.
Yosemite's my favorite.
Really? Come here, Marie. They're still not allowing me to make phone calls. But I'm okay. I mean, I really am okay. So I need to ask you to do me a favor. There's a friend of mine that's really, really worried about me. Would you call him and let him know that I've signed myself out, but I can't get home for 72 hours?
You signed yourself out?
Yeah, because I'm okay. I mean, I really am. Will you call him?
I can't. I won't be here.
Are you leaving?
My first day passed. I'm going to town to the movies.
You're not going to the Bayview Theater, are you? That's great. You know why? Because my friend, he's staying real near there with a couple of friends, Nico and Cecily Kelly. Now, this is their address, and this is their phone number. Maybe you could stop by.
I don't know.
Please.
I'm scared of meeting new people.
I know. I am too. I mean, I can't stand it. But please, Ted is the nicest guy in the world, and he's a really good friend of mine, and I know he'd like you. Could you call him at least, please?
Marie, your ride, sir.
Your mama is working so hard to get well for you. Oh, she misses you so much. And she can't wait to come home and take care of you.
Miss Cortland.
But for now, your daddy's gonna take care of you with Mrs. Bancroft. And your Aunt Melanie is gonna be here. She's gonna come visit you every single day. Yes. No matter what anybody else says, I'm gonna visit you every day.
Pardon me, Miss Cortland. It's time for us back.
I'm just gonna sing to him for a little bit.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Chandler likes us to keep to our schedule.
Oh, yes. Could I make a phone call, please?
I guess that's all right.
Thank you.
When you finish that, I want you to check on a patient at Laurel Hill named Ulatowski.
Ulatowski?
Yes, find out who he is, where he's from, who he knows.
Yes, sir?
Adam Chandler.
Mr. Chandler, it's Dr. Snow. I'm just completing the paperwork on your wife's commitment, and I must say, I'm having some misgivings.
I don't care about your misgivings. I thought we understood each other. I want those papers over here for my signature, ready to go in an hour. But, Mr. Chandler, you heard what I said, Dr. Snow. This is my wife we're talking about, damn it. And I want you over here immediately.
Games up with Clark and Mitchell. They're going to make the playoffs. I know they're
It's not going to work. Something is wrong.
Just looking at his little collar and his leash makes me so sad.
Why doesn't she call?
And his little doggy vitamins.
Listen to her. We only had the mud for 6 hours.
He was my second best friend.
You better watch it. First they start with dogs, and they move to babies. Gotta get out of here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait, I'll get it. It's probably the animal rescue league that found them. Excuse me, are you Cecily Kelly?
Yes. Who are you?
My name's Marie.
Marie.
I'm sort of a friend of Dixie's at Laurel Hill.
Come on in, come on in.
Are you Tad Martin?
No, I am. Is Dixie all right?
She gave me this address and asked me to tell you she signed herself out.
Great. And this guy, Dr. Snow, he agreed?
He won't let her make phone calls, and she saw him holed up in his office with her husband. But yes, he's releasing her in 72 hours.
Wait a minute, 72 hours, that's 3 days.
It's standard procedure.
No, wait a minute. I can't wait 3 days.
Let me get that. Okay, hold on.
What was Adam doing? Why is it taking that long?
Hello.
Cecily, it's Melanie. Is Tad there?
Yeah, Melanie, hold on a second. No, wait, Marie, just wait a second. Tad, it's Melanie.
Hi, honey, it's me. What's up?
Listen, I'm at the Chandlers, and Tad, I picked up the phone to make a phone call, and I overheard Adam talking to Dr. Snow at Laurel Hill. And Dr. Snow is on his way over here, something about Dixie's condition.
Oh, anything else?
No, I just thought you'd want...
How's the baby?
Well, he's wonderful. Look, Tad, what are we going to do?
I don't know yet, but you did the right thing. Thanks for calling me, tracking me down. I'll see you soon, okay? Bye. Thank you. Thank you and thank you, but I've got to get out of here. Whoa. Come on. Excuse me, it's my bodyguard. Look, there's a very important conference going on that I don't think I should miss.
Laurel Hill?
Chandler's.
No, you're out of your mind with that
Listen to me,
one.
I'm very discreet, okay?
The tunnels?
Right. To a strategic listening post, okay? I'll be all right, I promise. And whatever you do, don't let your wife buy a dog.
Oh, Tad, keep an eye out for my pooch, okay?
I'm making sandwiches. How you doing?
I'm okay. Now?
I love you so much. I'm so sorry you had to go through that.
Angie was terrific. She was.
She is. She's incredible. And you're incredible, too. And I am going to have to thank her every day for the rest of my life.
Hey, Slugger.
Hey, sweetheart, I've made lunch. Mom, hi.
My grandma said you were going to see City to think. How come you were going on last night, Dad? What is going on?
Your mother and I have something we have to tell you.
Yes, we do.
What?
You want to do the honors, or should I?
Is it good news or bad?
Oh, it's good.
It's very good.
Your mother and I are going to get married.
But how? When?
Dad came up to see City last night, and we ended up talking all night long. And we realized that we still love each other just as much as we did when you were born. And even though a lot of things have changed, that hasn't changed.
So you mean you're still...
Yes, we're still in love.
You mean you're marrying Mom again?
That's right. We're going to be a family. The four of us.
But what about Angie?
Angie knows, and she understands.
It's okay.
Good.
Can I get in on this?
Oh, you bet.
So, when's the day?
Well, as soon as your mom can find a wedding dress.
I never imagined that I would be this happy again, Bobby.
So we'll all be together?
Yep. You and Dad and Michael and me.
A family?
That's right, a family. Listen, this might be a good time for you to go look for a dress.
Oh, sure. And let you two have man-to-man talk. Are you happy about this, sweetheart?
Sure. What do you think?
Okay. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
Oops. I got that.
So,
What about Frankie? I'm home. Hi, darling. Where's Grandma? Well, I took the morning off. I wanted to talk to you. Look, grilled cheese and chocolate pudding. What's wrong? Well, why don't we get into that after you eat? How was the math quiz? Tell me now, is Grandma okay?
Oh, yes, honey.
And are you and Cliff all right?
No. Cliff and I canceled the wedding.
What?
We're not getting married. We won't be seeing each other anymore. And it's over.
Why?
Well, because we decided that it wasn't the right thing to do. That we had made a mistake. And Frankie, honey, I'm sorry, but it is for the best.
Did he dump you?
Oh, no, it is not like that, sweetheart. Although he will be marrying Bobby's mother.
I knew it.
Frankie, listen to me. I do not want you to let this get you angry or upset. Some plans and dreams that we had won't be happening, that's all. But we have survived worse.
It's not fair.
I know. And sometimes life isn't. But we're used to that, right? It's nobody's fault.
Don't worry, Mom. I'll take care of you.
We have each other, right?
I'll never leave you.
You're an extremely persuasive man, Mr. Chandler. It's obviously why you've done so well for yourself in business, not to mention your personal life.
These papers seem to be in order. Are you sure the certifying board will rubber stamp your recommendations?
Positive.
Excellent, excellent. Sign.
No, you haven't been listening.
Listen, we don't have time. My wife is seriously ill. Every moment you waste puts her further in jeopardy.
Now, Mrs. Chandler disagrees. She claims there have been no psychotic episodes.
What? You saw the proof. You talked to the witnesses.
Yes, the fact of the matter is, if Mrs. Chandler were to seek a second opinion, you and I could be in very big trouble.
You know, when I shrink, you're pretty gullible, Doc. Don't tell me you're falling for Dixie's act. Oh, come on, I admit she has an uncanny ability to appear normal, but I would think that a woman who destroys her son's pictures with acid, shreds his clothes, you puts laundry detergent in his bottle is about as sick a human being as I've ever come across.
Well, that may be true, but we cannot hold her at Laurel Hill on your signature alone, especially if she exhibits no symptoms of psychosis.
She will.
But what if she doesn't?
She will. You're the professional. I'm putting my faith in you. Take care of it.
Well, I have been experimenting with a new drug therapy.
Good, fine, excellent, whatever it takes.
But you'd have to sign a waiver to release us from any legal responsibility if the therapy proves counterproductive.
Is that the waiver? All right, fine. You sign the involuntary commitment papers. I'll sign your waiver. I'll sign 1,000 waivers if it'll help my poor Dixie. I can understand how you are reluctant to jeopardize your professional reputation, but I guarantee there will be no repercussions, and there sure as hell won't be a second opinion.
My major discomfort stems from how quickly you're trying to accomplish all of this.
I'm a fast worker. All right, Doc. I'll set your mind at ease. Let's take these papers over to your office, and I'll prove to you that Dixie is a prime candidate for your treatment. She's severely psychotic and needs commitment. John? I just hope she doesn't have to go somewhere else to get the treatment she so sorely needs. Sean.
Hello, Dr. Snell.
Sean, I want you to cancel the conference call to Tokyo and the lunch with the senator.
Yes, sir.
If I'm needed, I'll be at Laurel Hill.
Mr. Chandler left? Off to the bin.
Louise.
Yeah, Sean. Would you postpone Yamamoto to 5 o'clock and then cancel the lunch with the senator? That's right. Thank you, sweetheart. Bye. What's your problem?
Nothing, maybe. I was just upstairs underneath the attic door. I heard a crash up there, something dropping.
Like mice, scary monsters?
It could be Stuart's cat.
And you're allergic. Well, where's Connie?
It's her day off. Could you?
Oh, fine. I'll go up in the attic. Let me. Total waste of my talent. Want to do anything around here, you gotta do yourself.
Here. This is a nice one.
No, I need something that's a little bit more
More festive.
festive. Yes, that's
Special
exactly
occasion,
it.
is it?
Yes, I'm getting married.
You're getting married.
Uh-huh. Cliff has asked me to marry him.
Kiss us, what?
Oh, Angie already knows. And she really has been wonderful about it. Maybe something like this.
Nina, I don't know quite what to say.
No, this really isn't a good color.
I mean, you and Cliff again.
I know you must be shocked.
Well, Nina, I'm not that easily shocked, but when I knew you were going to be back in town, I must say I was afraid that... tell me, is Angie okay?
She's fine. Actually, she was the one who put us back together again.
Yeah. That's just like Angie. Bless her. Well, what about this one? It's your size.
Oh, this is lovely. May I try this on?
Sure, go right ahead.
Oh, great. Oh, Myrtle, this is perfect.
Oh, some things never change.
Hi, Myrtle.
Hey.
Myrtle, I'm returning my wedding dress.
I know, honey, I just heard.
It was a beautiful dress.
Yes, it was beautiful, but I think the sooner you get it out of the closet, the better.
Well, I'm an expert at cleaning out my closet.
I'm sorry, darling.
No, I'm okay, Myrtle. I'm all right.
I know you are. Listen, I'll take this. And listen, I'll send you the rebate, okay?
You know, I feel terrible being that you special ordered it.
Well, that's no problem.
Well,
come on.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
Well, do you think I look like a bride?
Hi, Nina.
Angie, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were here.
Oh, it's okay. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
If you would take care of the refund, Myrtle.
Sure,
Angie,
sure.
could I just talk to you for a minute,
Sending
please?
it by mail
I'll
would be
send it.
fine.
Please.
Look, I'll be in the other room. Excuse me.
I hope you don't think that I lied to you.
Why would I think you had lied?
Because I told you that I would never come between you and Cliff.
It wasn't you. It was his feelings for you, what you had, what never died, but it wasn't you.
I'm sorry.
Nina, you don't have to be sorry for me. I learned a lot. A lot about love, about men, prejudice, but most of all about myself. And I won't make the same mistake twice.
How is Frankie?
Frankie is fine. We're both fine. And I am late for an appointment. Best wishes to you, Nina.
Thank you. And Angie, thank you for everything.
Goodbye.
Who's that?
Keith?
don't understand. Mr. Ulatowski was not in his room. He wasn't at lunch.
It's useless to fret about another patient, Mrs. Chandler. It's better to concentrate on your own condition.
He's my friend, and I can't find
You worry about yourself and let the Laurel Hill staff worry about Mr. Ulatowski. Are those the new magazines?
Oh, fresh off the press?
I'll take National Intruder. Why don't you take Tempo and go someplace quiet to read and calm down?
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, I'm looking for a friend of mine. His name's Mr. Ulatowski. Have you seen him?
Who?
Well, he's got dark hair. He's about this tall. He's got a little white mustache, and he thinks the lady in black is following him.
Oh, poor man. He's been transferred to the 8th floor.
The 8th floor? That's where they tie people to beds and give them drugs.
No, that's where we send a severely disturbed for treatment.
Mr. Ulatowski is not severely disturbed. You have made a terrible mistake. He doesn't deserve the 8th floor.
Now, why don't you sit down and read your magazine?
No, please, I really need to talk to him.
Or we could go to the art table, paint a nice picture.
I don't want to read. I don't want to paint. I want to see my friend who is as sane as I am. Now, please, take me to him.
Mrs. Chandler, how many times have I warned you? Now, unless you want to go on restriction, you had better calm down and do as you're told.
Sorry, it's me.
That's a good girl.
Luke is here.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, see what happens when you behave. Your handsome husband comes to visit.
Oh, how is she?
I'm fine.
She's a little restless. You could probably use a nap. I bet if your husband told you to take a nap, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
She will do anything I ask her, won't you, darling? Could we have a moment to talk privately? Dr. Snow's joining us shortly.
Of course.
What are you doing here?
Your doctor and I had a long and serious talk.
I'm not staying here, Adam. I signed myself out because there is nothing wrong with me.
Oh, Dixie.
No, I am fine, and you know it.
Incurable psychosis. What you have is hopeless and irreversible.
That's not true.
I know it's painful, darling. But Dr. Snow and I have gotten together and decided, for your sake as well as our son, that we're going to sign a paper that will put you away for the rest of your life. Did you hear me, darling? The rest of your life. Permanent institutionalization.
Wait a minute, is that what I think it is?
Yes, it is. And there'll be no peeking.
What fellow is this now?
I'm not going to tell you. Did you call the minister?
Oh, I've been very, very busy.
Yeah? Why are you so happy?
Well, we all have our secrets.
Anyway, I ran into Myra and to Jasper, and they said that they could take the boys to the stables while we get our wedding license at the... Why are you smiling?
We may have to move up the wedding date a little bit.
Sooner than 2 weeks?
How about today?
Today? Today?
Will you marry me at 5 o'clock?
Oh,
For the last and final time, you promise to love, honor, and cherish me till death do us part.
oh, I do. Oh,
Bobby!
you're amazing.
Palmer Cortland is not the only guy that can pull off this kind of thing. Come on down here, Slugger! This is the first day of the rest of our lives.
Involuntary commitment?
You gotta wonder how his mind works,
I
Tad.
know how his mind works, like pond scum through a sieve.
What about the release papers?
I'm not waiting 72 hours.
Call the police.
What for?
Well, they can't keep someone in an institution if they're okay. It's not legal.
Would you please tell your wife what legal means to Adam Chandler?
Name the plan.
Commando raid on Laurel Hill.
Yeah, get real.
I am. I'm dead serious. Nobody's gonna commit Dixie while I'm alive and leave her there. No way. We're busting her out and that's that. I'm a one-man hit squad and you guys are my backup. I'll tell you something else. If I'm not back by 4 o'clock, You call Palmer Courtland. You send him a cavalry with guns blazing. You understand?
It's true, Dixie. She seems to be taking it quite calmly. Hello, Dixie.
Those my release papers.
No, darling, that's what I said.
You said that I would be out of here in 72 hours.
Everything has been arranged.
It's the baby, Dixie.
You cannot listen to him.
Incurable postpartum psychosis. It means you'll always be a danger to Adam Jr.
He's not telling me the truth.
We talked about the things you did and what those things meant.
Here, you see?
You say he set me up.
I'm your legal guardian. You're certified next of kin.
All those terrible things that I said I didn't do them. Adam did them.
Can I borrow your pen, Doc?
No, absolutely not. You cannot sign that. I am not crazy.
Thank you.
No, he's just doing this because he wants the baby.
Now, just try to calm down. Calm down.
I'm not going to sign it.
I was afraid she might react this way.
Don't you get off of me. I'm not going to let you.
Orderly.
I'm not going to let you do this because I hate you.
Easy now. Restrain her, please.
We're
Get off of me.
We're doing this for your own good.
No, I am fine. I am not.
Please.
No,
Sedate her.
no, you can't take me up there. Adam.
Come along, quiet.
Adam, please, you can't let them take me up there. Please, somebody.
What did I tell you? You were right. That poor girl. What a waste of a beautiful young woman. But at last, my son is safe.
Tonight at 10, 9 Central, your presence is requested for a live tour of the White House, along with President and Mrs. Bush, Diane Sawyer, and Sam Donaldson on Primetime Live.
Friday on the Home Show, we'll have a sneak preview of toys your kids will want this Christmas, and you'll learn how to watch football with the boys and find out what's hot on TV this fall. This is Rob Weller. Join us Friday.
Gabrielle knows where Michael is hiding, and she's determined to go after him. Stay tuned for One Life to Live next.